sparring this big boy.
A heavyweight.
Heavyweight boy. And Tank hit that nigga. He hit him so hard that he was on the top of the rope just like this.
It allowed Jake Paul's brother to be in there and be able to last with a smaller man, a smaller, older, greater fighter who's mostly was concentrating on defense more than just offense.
Gervonta Davis is stepping up his game, going to war in the gym by sparring with heavyweights as he prepares for his upcoming clash with Jake Paul. Davis isn't holding anything back, trading power punches with significantly bigger opponents. In one intense session, things got so heated that the heavyweight sparring partner was visibly shaken after Davis landed a thunderous shot.
No, you're right.
But tell people what happened.
Man, I was about to spar. Before I was about to spar Tank, he was sparring this big boy.
A heavyweight.
Heavyweight boy. And Tank hit that nigga. He hit him so hard that he was on the top of the rope just like this.
Gervonta, Tank, Davis is making waves once again, this time by dominating heavyweight opponents in intense sparring sessions. Known for his explosive power in the lightweight and super lightweight divisions, Davis is proving that size is no barrier to his punching force. Recent footage shows him landing sharp, precise combinations with speed that keeps even much larger fighters on edge. His ability to control the pace, slip counters, and fire back with calculated flurries highlights just how seriously he's taking his preparation. Every movement shows he's not only honing his power, but also building the stamina and skill needed to take on a bigger, stronger Jake Paul.
Look like you're playing pool with a short stick. Fall in between them. Punch when he punch, yeah. Punch when he punch. Punch when he punch. Yep. They ain't stopped firing. We slowed down. Now we're gonna commence firing again. That's what we do. We reload and come back. Yeah, you ain't gotta get close, Tank, because we know you're scared to get close. Get close, Tank. Keep rolling, Cal. All the way down the road. Come to me, baby.
Despite the clear size gap between Gervonta, Tank, Davis, and his sparring partners, he continues to test himself against much heavier opponents. These sessions aren't about overpowering them. They're focused on precision and strategy. Davis is sharpening his ability to manage distance, control the pace, and unleash his trademark explosiveness under the pressure of bigger fighters. His team says these matchups are helping him refine angles, timing, and adaptability, key tools for dealing with Jake Paul's unpredictable style. Aware that Jake's biggest advantage is size, Davis is using this heavyweight sparring to eliminate any fear factor early. It's a calculated approach driven by discipline, focus, and unshakable confidence.
Here's a clip of Gervonta Tank Davis releasing footage of him training and sparring with the heavyweight ahead of his showdown with YouTube sensation turned professional boxer Jake Paul that's set to take place November 14th in Atlanta, Georgia at the State Farm Arena. Tank Davis is 5'4" and he weighs in at 135. His last fight, he actually was 133 pounds. Jake Paul is 6'1" with a 76-inch arm reach, and he weighed in at 199 pounds his last fight. And fight before that, he weighed in at 224 pounds. Gervonta Tank Davis has a 67-inch arm reach. This is why this fight has to be ruled an exhibition and not a real professional boxing match, because no boxing commission will sanction it. Let me know what y'all think about this. As you see, Tank Davis is using and working on movement. Let me know. I'm gone. Peace.
Former UFC star and fight analyst Chael Sonnen has made it clear, Gervonta, Tank, Davis is carrying the weight of boxing's credibility into this fight. While Jake Paul has undeniably brought attention to the sport, Sonnen believes it's now up to Tank to remind the world what real boxing looks like. For Sonnen, this bout goes beyond wins and losses. It's about making a statement. Davis's mission is to prove that technical skill, precise timing, and years of in-ring experience still outweigh social media buzz. Sonnen boldly stated that Tank isn't just fighting Jake, he's fighting the circus surrounding him. A knockout wouldn't just be a win. It would be a powerful reminder of what elite-level boxing truly means.
Which is to let anybody know that's listening
that it doesn't make any difference, that boxing is a real sport. My skills versus your skills, of which I am an abundance of and of which you have none of. My life's commitment and dedication versus a second or third or fourth thought in the world of priority on your list. And I used to believe those things. Now, I go back far enough in MMA that I've had my eyes opened a number of times. The fact that karate was so incredibly useless, or the fact that Jeet Kune Do was so incredibly useless, like these were not things that I would have bet on when I was in high school. As a wrestler at that time, I would not have assumed that I would fare well in a fight against somebody that knew Kung Fu. We had all been falsely led through Hollywood. Not through competition, not through sport, not through understanding of the game, but just through Hollywood. We were told that those guys were the most dangerous guys. So, we then eventually get up to Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather, which had a weight discrepancy, but it was very small. I mean, I watched him weigh in. I want to say it was like 8 pounds.
As fight week approaches, new footage and reports confirm that Gervonta, Tank, Davis has been sparring with heavyweight fighters during his training camp. These sessions are anything but light. They're intense, full-contact simulations designed to push Davis beyond his limits. His coaches explain that the strategy is simple: make training harder than the actual fight. Sparring with bigger, stronger opponents forces Tank to refine his defense, sharpen his head movement, and maximize power through precision rather than brute strength. Each round builds his confidence, proving that his timing and accuracy can neutralize size. It's an unconventional approach, but one that highlights how seriously Davis is taking Jake Paul as a real threat. Renowned boxing trainer Teddy Atlas has shared his thoughts, praising Gervonta, Tank, Davis as one of the most powerful and skilled fighters in the sport today. While some fans focus on Jake Paul's size advantage, Atlas says it won't matter once the bell rings. He believes Davis's experience against elite opponents gives him a clear edge Jake simply can't match. Atlas pointed out that Tank has faced every style: counterpunchers, pressure fighters, taller opponents, and slick defensive boxers. In contrast, Jake's resume lacks true boxing veterans. For those wondering, what if Jake lands one big shot? Atlas says they're missing the point. Davis's ability to adapt under pressure is what truly separates him from social media entertainers.
Do have one guy who, yeah, he's smaller, but he's a top fighter. He can punch, and he's fighting a guy who's not a top pro fighter, who's bigger. What if he hits him on the chin? What if he hits him on the chin? It'll wind up selling, and that's what'll wind up selling it. The what if? What if Tank makes him do a cha-cha? He hits him on the chin, and Jake Paul, we're going to find out if he can dance. Whoa, 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 whoa. You know, do the cha-cha. That's what's going to sell it. And you can't argue that what if. You can't. I know I get to places that other people won't go and everything else. They just dismiss stuff because it's easier to do that. It's safer to do that. You don't have the bows and arrows coming at you from people that argue with you because you did that. But I don't care. I've had bows and arrows my whole life. I don't care. But that's true. That what if? What if this guy who is a real good puncher, who is one of the best fighters in the world right now, what if he hits him? What if he makes a miss and he counters him? Or he jumps up in the air. Bang! And he hits him. Sid Terrace. Sid Terrace was a great fighter. No, not the 1700s, but years ago. And Cus D'Amato told me he loved Sid Terrace. He said, Teddy, he used to jump up in the air and hit you with 3 jabs. I said, whoa, man, Sid Terrace. All right. Anyway, look, I can't finish without saying that it did invoke some memories and thoughts that we've been here before in a different way, where Jake Paul's brother fought Mayweather. That's not forget. And I'm not saying I like that either. I mean, first of all, Mayweather was past his prime. He was already retired. He was older, everything, but he's still the great Mayweather. And Mayweather was fighting a guy, what was it, 50-pound difference, 60-pound difference, whatever it was. And that size made a difference. It allowed Jake Paul's brother to be in there and be able to last with a smaller man, a smaller, older, greater fighter who's mostly was concentrating on defense more than just offense.